Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Chris Maloney back with you for another edition of CWN Predicts WWE Hell in a Cell 2021, taking place live tonight from the WWE Thunderdome in Tampa, Florida, 8 o'clock p.m. on Peacock, as well as the WWE Network. And the kickoff show taking place live tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. on Peacock, social media, as well as the WWE Network. I will start out by saying this. This is the second time attempting to do this show. The first time I had buffering issues at the very end, so it took StreamYard's advice, cleared my cache, so to speak, and made sure I had a good connection. So there should be no issues this time around, but I could see it happening in the show itself. Nothing else was open, made sure everything else was shut down. So hopefully it goes crystal clear this time around. But that being said, it is good to be back. It's been a couple of weeks. Obviously, there's changes that have taken place, and I will get to those at the very end of the show. But like I said, this is CWN Predicts WWE Hell in a Cell 2021, taking place live tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. 6 big matches on hand. There were 7, including Roman Reigns taking on Rey Mysterio, which originally was a Hell in a Cell match taking place on the pay-per-view. That obviously happened a couple nights ago on SmackDown. With regards to that being said, Rey Mysterio was not successful. I was bummed out about it because I am a Rey Mysterio mark, but I would have thought it would have been cool to see him as double champion. But Roman Reigns looked strong. Mysterio tapped out, and Mysterio, unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, he's still tag team champion, but he's not the the Universal champion there on SmackDown. So anyways, that match was originally supposed to take place, is no longer taking place, but we got 6 big matches taking place tonight. Nothing announced so far as the kickoff goes, but that being said, they will add a match or two if they need to, but there's 2 Hell in a Cell matches taking place tonight. And, time-wise, they've got slotted from 8 o'clock till 11 o'clock and, 3 hours. And I can easily see, hopefully anyways, one of these matches going, very strong past the 30-minute mark, and that being the Women's Championship for SmackDown there. But I'm going to run through the card here, give my thoughts, give my predictions, and we'll go from there. But match number 1 of the night, Kevin Owens taking on Sami Zayn. Obviously a history between these two guys there. With regards to this feud, it's never ending. It's as far as they're both being in the WWE, they're always going to be either the greatest of friends or the best of enemies. And, I could see this match continuously happen for the rest of my life and be happy watching, these two guys go at it. The little biased Canadian in me, yes, of course. But Owens versus Zayn, it's just, Kevin Owens has kind of continuously been that same guy throughout his WWE career, NXT career. Sami Zayn, obviously, huge transition for him. But what do they do with his character? He's absolutely going nuts. Between him and Bayley, that you can just see them becoming a shell of them former selves. Zayn with his conspiracy theories and Kevin Owens just being Kevin Owens. You know what I mean? So Zayn, I think he's going to have a complete mental breakdown to the point that all of a sudden, next thing you know, we have that face Sami Zayn come back, which I'd be proud to see. I missed the music with him coming out dancing, not that meme that was part of the Logan Paul thing, but the Sami Zayn. It used to be at one point, it was either my ringtone or my text tone. I think it was my ringtone. And my wife, who's not a wrestling fan, she'll watch it sometimes when it's on, but she's not a wrestling fan. But she knew Sami Zayn's theme music because it was my ringtone. But anyways, that being said, they need strong opponents on SmackDown throughout next year's WrestleMania. If the rumors of The Rock versus Roman Reigns being, the seeds being planted, so to speak, at SummerSlam or Survivor Series this year, they need some guys to face Roman Reigns still. Kevin Owens, I know, has been there, but he's one of those guys I can always see being a strong opponent for Roman Reigns. So that being said, Sami's going to eventually have a breakdown. Kevin Owens can remain strong with regards to this. And, I'm going to say Kevin Owens for the win in this matchup here. Match number 2, very similar to match number 1. Cesaro taking on Seth Rollins. 2 ROH guys, obviously. I don't like the Seth Rollins gimmick. I don't like his character right now. It's not one of those things when I was a kid, like the $1 Million Man, I couldn't stand. And now I appreciate what he did back in the day. Seth Rollins, though, he's a little bit too loopy as far as his character goes. Cesaro, I think they missed the boat with regards to putting that championship on him. He dresses like a champion. He looks like a champion. He talks like a champion. He's very respected as far as the wrestling business goes. And unfortunately, they didn't pull the trigger on him when it came down to him and Roman Reigns. But Seth Rollins, in saying what I said about him being loopy, it's because I miss the old character. I miss the architect. I miss, Seth freaking Rollins. And, if they're going to transition into Roman Reigns versus The Rock at next year's WrestleMania, like I said, they need opponents. And I'd love to see old school Seth Rollins come out and challenge Roman Reigns. I think it'd be interesting as well, maybe to see Roman Reigns take on this loopy Seth Rollins, so to speak. But fact is, I'd rather see Seth Rollins be strong and have that old school character, especially considering the fact that you got Becky Lynch on her the verge of coming back. Like there's news that she's been training at the Performance Center there. So do they align her once again with him? I don't want to see it happen. But if they're two major badass heels, I could easily see it happen. So it's going to be interesting. But I'm going to say this match here, I'm going to say Seth Rollins for the win, because I want him to have a strong summer leading all the way up to the end of 2021. So Seth Rollins for the win there. Match number 3, you want to talk about loopy. Alexa Bliss taking on Shayna Baszler. Anybody who's listened to me on CWN Weekly, or as well as Predicts or the recap, knows I wasn't a big fan of Shayna Baszler being in that tag team with Nia Jax. She's too much of a badass to basically be in a tag team. I got to see her a couple of years ago with regards to NXT TakeOver, destroying Mia Yim. And, fact is, she is one of those, she was next in line, I guess, when it comes down to her and Ronda Rousey. And, seeing Shayna Baszler do what she does I'd love to see her knock Alexa Bliss senseless, storyline wise, of course. But fact is, Alexa Bliss, unfortunately, is probably going to pick up the win because of this character. Nobody knows where it's going yet. We haven't seen the Fiend since WrestleMania. She's basically destroying the confidence of Shayna Baszler. She's messing with everybody's head. And it's sometimes they say in the wrestling business, a fan of one with regards to Vince McMahon. As long as he's enjoying what's going on, as long as the ratings are still kind of up there, and as long as we're still dealing with COVID and no fans, which is going to change pretty darn soon, I tell you that much. But I got to say, my gut says Alexa Bliss, and unfortunately, I want to see Shayna win, but my gut says Alexa Bliss. Match number 4 of the night, Hell in a Cell match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. The EST of WB, Bianca Belair as champ, taking on the role model Bayley. We go from loopy to loopy to loopy. Bayley, it's so interesting because when she came back, she was, I'm going to use this term again, badass. But she got the haircut, she changed her look, changed her outfit, kicked the crap out of her little blow-up buddies there. And, but her hair was just jet black and just shiny and straight. And now all of a sudden she's looking crazy. And, the ding dong hello thing. And, just her image of in the Thunderdome there a couple of weeks ago, just laughing at Bianca. And Bianca is it's getting under her skin, and she's supposed to be tough and she's supposed to be confident and everything else. And Bayley's getting to her. It'd be interesting to see them take the title off of Bianca, but it's not, I'm going to honestly say it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen tonight anyways. Bianca is too strong, and basically she came up from NXT, I believe, never holding the NXT championship, the women's championship down there, and destroyed Sasha Banks and has destroyed anybody put in front of her, including Bayley. And to make it matters even worse for her opponents, this is a Hell in a Cell match. Bayley did well against Sasha Banks, but Sasha still came out on top when they fought, and Bayley finally lost that championship. When it comes down to Bianca, she's just way too strong and powerful right now. So I got to say Bianca Belair for the win. And dream match is coming up if I was booking, because the next match is match number 5 of the night, Raw Women's Championship match. The Nightmare Rhea Ripley as champion taking on the Queen Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair, booking wise, I don't know what you can do with her still. I mean, obviously they're changing her look, changing her image, but we've seen too much of Charlotte. They pulled the trigger way too quickly with regards to Charlotte Flair. That being said, Rhea Ripley lost the NXT Women's Championship to Charlotte Flair at last year's WrestleMania. I don't want to see history repeat itself. I don't want to see Rhea, drop another championship to Charlotte. Obviously, Rhea's mental, wrestling capacity back, at the WrestleMania 36 was obviously different from who she is as champion. Now she looks strong, and the fact is, when it comes down to it, dream match for me, like I was referring to, Bianca Belair, champion, taking on Rhea Ripley, champion, title for title. I think that would be absolutely phenomenal, but they're not going to do it because of the brand split. But that being said, and I've said that quite a bit this show, I think that being said, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, keep them strong, keep them as champs. And, it's the younger generation, so to speak. And to be able to knock off Bayley, to be able to knock off Charlotte Flair by the two of those women tonight, basically, solidifies them as champions. So, yeah, Rhea Ripley for the win in that one there. And then main event time, Hell in a Cell match for the WWE Championship. The almighty Bobby Lashley, MVP in his corner as champ, taking on the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. I got to say this, when Lashley won the championship, I figured he was just going to be a transitional champion, and then he defeated Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. They finally realized what to do with Lashley, gimmick-wise. I'm loving it, and the fact is he deserves, all the recognition in the world. The fact that creatives actually got behind this guy and knows what to do, this guy, put him with MVP, had the Hurt Business behind him, the suit and tie, just the Ric Flair limousine riding, jet flying, that sort of thing. I'm loving it, and it's it's about time with regards to Lashley, because he's been around for a while. I can go back and find my I'm going to date myself, play PlayStation 2 games, and Lashley's on the cover of some of those. So anyways, that being said, I love Drew McIntyre. Loved what he's done since COVID's taken place. He was a great looking champion, great speaking champion for the WWE. Obviously, he had that Royal Rumble moment, and all of a sudden COVID broke out. And fact is, it's when it comes down to it, going into live events, going into pay-per-views, going into house shows once again, I got to say Bobby Lashley for the win. And that's a little bit of bias, but he's transformed me into a fan of him. And good job, WWE, and good job, MVP, and good job to Lashley as well there, guys. So like I said, winners tonight are going to be Kevin Owens. We got Seth Rollins. We got Alexa Bliss. We got the EST of WB, Bianca Belair, to retain. We got the Nightmare Rhea Ripley to retain as well. And we get the almighty Bobby Lashley to retain as well. So like I said, 6 big matches taking place live tonight, 8 p.m. on Peacock and the WB Network. Kickoff at 7 o'clock p.m. on Peacock, social media, and the WB Network. And on top of that, guys, if you want to do your split screen, or I have a tendency to watch the big events on the big screen, and sometimes I'll watch the what else is going on the smaller screens, the tablets, everything else. So that being said, WB's Most Wanted Treasures season, I'm hoping season finale, not series finale, but season finale, Ric Flair 2-hour event taking place tonight as well at 8 o'clock on A&E. And then as well, post pay-per-view, so post Hell in a Cell, Broken Skull sessions with the one and only Mick Foley. So that's going to take place as well. Not sure if I'm going to get everything in tonight, but I'll make sure I watch, at least half of the Mick Foley. I almost said documentary, but I'm used to the A&E bios. But the Mick Foley session with regards to Stone Cold Steve Austin, Broken Skull sessions, and then hopefully, if I don't get a chance to do the multi-screen, so to speak, I'll PVR it and then watch the Ric Flair edition of WB's Most Wanted Treasures. So yeah, it's a huge night for wrestling. Speaking of huge, okay, guys, so obviously I haven't been doing this as commonly or as often as I had been in the past. The reason for it, life has changed. I am back to work. I am full-time once again. My schedule changes on a weekly basis. With that being said, hence the fact the recap shows haven't happened as much, hence the fact that the prediction shows haven't happened as much, hence the fact CWN Weekly has taken hiatus. Well, in saying that, I took some time to think about things. My wife's been, teaches, and, because of COVID and the restrictions, she's had to teach from home. So it kind of throws a dent in any time I was home, in her trying to teach and me trying to do a podcast. So scheduling wise, long story short is this: CWN Weekly has become CWN Live. And what that means is you won't see a weekly show take place. If it ever comes, if I'm ever able to do it again on a weekly basis, I will. But doing CWN Live means I don't have to sit there and look for a day, look for a time to be able to do a weekly show. I'm a parent. I'm a full-time worker. I'm a husband. The summertime's around the corner. COVID's, basically, one step away from saying see you later. That being said, I got my second shot, so I am fully vaccinated, excited. That happened this past Wednesday, and Thursday sucked, but Friday I was all good to go again, and back to work officially on Monday, tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. But fully vaxxed, and the summertime around the corner. My wife being a teacher, so her summertime's coming up as well. So that being said, weekly is going to CWN Live, which I'll be able to do live shows on location at events I attend as well. With regard to the recap shows, CWN Recap will happen as I can. And CWN Predicts, I don't mind doing the prediction shows because it gives my thoughts at least on who I want to see win, go through the show. And it's, basically my personal thoughts to add into any kind of event that's taking place. And you'll see it happen with the independent shows as well. It's not just CWN Predicts pay-per-views as far as pro wrestling goes. I eventually want to do UFC. And I also want to do Canadian independent wrestling. I think that'd be cool as well because Ontario based anyways, I'm pretty up to, well, I can't say that anymore. Beginning of 2020. Yeah, sure. But now it's summer of 2021. So it's going to be interesting when independent wrestling starts again. But hopefully I still recognize a lot of those names. And anyways, that being said, I'm rambling. So, it's the end of the show there, guys. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take away this. And I'm also going to do this here. Scroll too far. There we go. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Teenagers and toddlers. And, but I'll tell you this, I am proud to be their dad. And I have a son as well. And proud to be his dad as well. And but it's busy schedule. And I'm taking this time to wish everybody happy Father's Day. Hashtag Happy Father's Day out there. So enjoy your day, guys. Obviously it's a bright sunny day in London, Ontario here. And, it should be the same, hopefully for all the rest of Canadians as well as everybody around the world, but if it's not, if it's raining, if it's foggy, if it's muggy, if it's snowing, I'm sure there's still parts of the world snowing, but just enjoy your day with your kids. And like I said, hashtag Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. As always, check me out at Chris Maloney CWN on social media. With regards to CWN Live, no firm date set, but it is in the works. And when it does happen, it will be live. It won't be a premiere like I'm doing right now. It will be live. And fact is, you'll see me promote on social media. That being said as well, check out CWN on Pro Wrestling Tees and support Steven Spice, who's still going through surgeries, but all the proceeds from any kind of t-shirt that is sold, all will go to Steven Spice, Steven's Wrestling Journey, SWJ, and of course, hashtag Steven Strong there, guys. So thank you very much for watching and listening to CWN Predicts WWE Hell in a Cell 2021 taking place live tonight. And I will see everybody again sometime soon with CWN Live. But like I said, guys, enjoy Father's Day today. Enjoy the pay-per-view tonight. Enjoy Most Wanted Treasures. Enjoy Mick Foley. And that being said, I'm done rambling. So guys, thank you very much for watching and listening as always. And I will talk to everybody again sometime soon.